Hey, good morning. This is day 118 for me, 123 for Bones, and my wife Anna. Say hi. Use your words.
Hi, everybody.
It's Friday, June 22nd, 10 past 10. We got a late start, but that's okay. We've spent the night at the house in North Woodstock, and had a great breakfast, great dinner, and now we're heading out and just going to do a relatively short day, 9 or 10 miles on Moosilauke. And Anna's going to pick us up in the afternoon, which is going to be fantastic, and we'll have another restful night. So, day 118 begins now. Thanks, Anna.
Bye.
Hey guys, we're about 3/4 of the way, I think, or more, up Moosilauke, and its reputation precedes us. It's a very, very steep climb. Right here, it's fairly close to handholds. But not quite, unless you want to. But I think we're near the summit. We've shed a whole lot of sweat, and Milo and Reboot are there. Whoa! I lose my balance. And no surprise, we set Bones loose, and he lit the afterburners and ran up the hill. Well, I'll reconnect at the top of the hill. Everyone, I should have mentioned, if it's not already obvious, that's where we're heading, right ahead. And I believe it's a little over 4,800 feet tall, and it's a lot of trees to get to the top. Obviously, this is New Hampshire, so there's, as we would say, a crap ton of rocks. But yeah, it's nice. Check back later. Hey everyone, we're on the shoulder of Moosilauke, probably less than a half mile from the summit, but this is a view worth taking a look at. This is the White Mountains on a gorgeous day. It's even though this is a difficult trail, and there's my friend Reboot, but look over here. So even though we came up a super hard trail, just remember that this is actually through other trails. Moosilauke is actually rather accessible and not nearly as hard. So if you're up in this area, don't shy away from doing Moosilauke based upon its reputation as a super, super hard hike. So we've gone up a super steep section, and what we're told is we're going to go down a super steep section. I've seen many videos attesting that, but we're only going to go down after we get to the top, relax, and have some lunch. Hey there. We made it to the summit. There's probably 24 people out here, and you can see some of the mountains over here. I believe that's Lafayette. That we'll be climbing in the days ahead, and just doing a slow 360. Now there's my Reboots trying to run away from me, and there's Bones. You can see how incredibly beautiful it is out here. Obviously 4,802 feet. And down below, that's the town of Lincoln, New Hampshire. I can see those red roofs. I'm pretty sure that's Lincoln, New Hampshire. And you can see what I believe to be Loon Mountain. Those slopes I believe to be Loon. And then further this way is the Franconia Notch with Cannon and Lafayette. But that'll be fun to get there in the next couple of days. Talk to you later. Oh. Hey guys, we're theoretically heading down Moosilauke, but we've been going up through a little beautiful forest, kind of gnarled fir trees, quite fragrant, beautiful day, just us and some bugs. But there is a steep descent around here somewhere, but so far so good. It's a short descent. I think we have about 3 to 3.5 miles back to the parking lot where my wife Anna is going to pick us up. But it's kind of nice. It's beautiful. And the beautiful weather and the blue sky is adding to the beauty of the day, which makes for a great hiking day. All good stuff. Hi guys. Coming down from Moosilauke, we're in the incredibly steep section that's behind us. There is a beautiful cascading river or brook just to our left, and more broken legs potential in front of us. Our knees are sore. We're all good, but this is tiring and risky. But we're lucky. It's beautiful weather and it's dry, and this beautiful brook to our left only makes it more pleasurable. So that's it for now. Talk to you later. Hi guys. Now we're coming down some steeper sections. You can see some boards here we're stepping on. This stream just becomes, or brook becomes, ever more beautiful. There's a lot of people ahead. There's like a hole where you can dunk yourself and get a little refresh just ahead of us, but we've got time to make. It's 2:45, and even though I told my wife Hannah to pick us up at 3:30, she whispered to me she'd be there reading a book at 3. So we still have a mile or so to go on hard terrain, so we're not going to be crazy. Bones and Reboot are ahead of us. They're the faster, crazier ones, but Reboot and I are slow but sure, or what am I saying? Milo and I are slow but sure, and want to live to a ripe old age. Just in case if you thought this was just a short, beautiful brook, you're wrong. This goes on for a mile or two, right alongside the trail, and usually comes down like a waterfall like this, cascades into a narrow section like this, and then opens up to yet another waterfall below. It's really quite spectacular. It'd be deadly to go over there onto those rocks. They're all covered with water and wet moss, but it does look quite beautiful. Hey there. Our descent of Moosilauke has ended, and now we're in a beautiful wooded section, kind of flat, a lot of water sources, and it looks out at this beautiful reservoir, which we'll see better tomorrow, because that's where our hike's going to pick up tomorrow, because my wife Hannah is supposed to be just around the corner ready to pick us up. This is a beautiful area for sure, and it's been an incredible hike. The descent, the decline was arduous, risky, beautiful, and well worth it. So I think this is pretty close to it for today. I see the cars in the parking lot, and I'm going to shut down now and check in tomorrow. See. Good morning, day 119, Saturday, June 23rd. Heading off with 5 hikers here: Hoot, Bones, Milo, Pritch, and Reboot behind me. We're just I think a short distance on the Glenncliff trail, and then we're going to head into the backside of the Kinsmans. We have, I believe it's 17 plus miles today, and it's only 7 a.m. The wife drove us up from the house, and we're pretty light in our packs, so it's almost the equivalent of slack packing. We're trying to get done by 4 o'clock because there's a big weather system moving in, and it's supposed to be raining by mid to late afternoon, which would be a drag on the trail on some of these steeper climbs. But yeah, we're coming up here out of the woods, going this way. We have a big climb to start, and we're going to end up at the end of the day. Yeah, we're starting Kinsman Ridge Trail. At the end of the day, we'll be at Franconia Notch, where we'll get picked up, which is cool. Talk to you later. Came upon a beautiful pond up in the mountains. I was hoping again maybe to see a moose, because there's moose droppings everywhere. But I'm only getting peak views of the pond, and I don't want to spend the rest of the day circling the pond looking for Mr. or Mrs. Moose. But this is probably one of their favorite hangouts. And now back to the trail. You can see it's kind of primeval in here. Some places there's some flowers. The dwarf dogwood flower I see, but it's mostly ferns. You can see some orchids there that are past, their blooming season is past, and occasionally have flat sections. And as you can see here, those are supplanted with quite a few steep up and down, often slick with water. But that's it for today. So let me park my phone and try and get up this hill. Hi, good morning. Just come out of the thick tree line and looking at an amazing view. That's Cannon Mountain ahead of us, and beautiful swampy areas, and behind us as well, steep mountains edged with rock, with a interesting power line going right through the center of it, all probably in some people's mind marring the view, but still not bad. It creates some open passageways for animals, I suppose. But it's nice, it's cool. What do you think it is, in the high 50s up here?
Yeah, it's supposed to be forecast down in Lincoln.
Yeah, it's high 50s down in the town. Here we are, it's 23 June. And it's got to be mid 50s and windy up here, maybe worse. But it is pretty, and we are exerting ourselves, so no one's cold, except for when we stop, like right now. So we're still going to make tracks. We're doing 17 miles today. But this is interesting. Never seen this before. It's very nice. Hey everyone. Hiking along the side of a rocky trail as we begin a steep ascent. And lots of waterfalls, actually. There's several more ahead. I'm trying to be careful here so I don't break my leg on these rocks. But yeah, quite pretty. In years past, when I hiked with my son Andy, before we'd go to bed at night, we'd find one of these things in one of these little pools and dunk ourselves in it and get all the hiker sweat off of us for the day. And it'd be icy cold water, and I'm sure that is as well. And then get into our sleep systems. But sure is pretty out here. It's cold. Occasional light rain, but nothing that we've even bothered putting jackets on for. It's all good. Tons of water sources too, coming out of the woods. Not a lot of blooming flowers today, other than the miniature dogwoods. But right here, there's a few. You know, of course, always lovely. But it's still a beautiful hiking day, just the look and feel of the woods here. Very nice. Nice deep pool up to your waist in some places to clean off, and there's more waterfalls ahead up there. We'll take a look. I know it's starting to get redundant, but there's 3 or 4 good ones in a row. Here we go. How pretty is that? Just goes and goes and goes. Beautiful rocks. Way too slippery to climb on. Hey guys, crossing the stream after a few miles, and you hear the sounds. I often talk about the sights, but it's the sounds of the brook, and intermittently the roar of the waterfall is quite nice. And the clanging of the trekking poles, according to Hoot. You're dead on with that. But it's still kind of cold out here, but good cold for hiking. And we look like we're hiking up a stream bed. Oh, I hope we're going the right way, Hoot. No. And but there's also the smell of the balsams. So I think of cold 50-something degree temperature in late June with the sound of the smell of these balsams. And woods are often filled with this beautiful moss. And we think we've gone the wrong way. Reboot was behind us, and being the smart man he is, he's probably stopped and checking his phone. We've gone off the program here. We're returning. Figure out what the heck is going on. Well, he caught us lost. So you're looking at gut hook? After backtracking, we think we've found the trail up here. There's like a little bridge across the water, and it's got real nails in the wood. That's a sign. And
Yeah, that must be it. Oh, that's it.
yeah, you can see what looks like an older blaze on this tree. Not exactly painted like the typical rectangle. And sometimes you have to discern between a blaze and just moss, like moss or lichen. But this is probably the trail. I'm going to stop and do another GPS check before I go that much further. Talk to you later. Very steep hike up South Kinsman, but actually a very well maintained trail with a lot of carefully placed rocks, or at least for the most part, for good footholds. Yeah, 1.4 to the summit, and we'll have lunch up there. I'm gonna put my phone away so I don't fall. Arrived at a mountaintop bog, beautiful setting, rocky cliffs, muckety muck walkway here. Some of it doesn't have these nice boards, so we're hoping, as always, to see moose, but we've seen nothing. We know they're around since their moose scat is pretty much everywhere. Might be hiding in the woods right now with a bunch of old gringos coming by. Oh well, maybe we'll see them at the Lonesome Lake pond. Guys, this has been Brodel here, looking up extremely steep incline and fair number of handholds. And there goes Hoot up the hill. That's Lincoln. Guys, we've been doing handhold hiking for the last half hour, 40 minutes, up super steep rocky terrain. You can see we have a bit more to go to the summit, and it's been amazing. Really been amazing. It's cold, windy up here, and but all good. All good. It wouldn't be good if it was raining hard or snowing. That'd be bad. Check in. Hey guys, we're at the summit. It's very windy and cold up here. I'm guessing 40s, overcast, a little bit of rain. Stupendous views, as you can see. I wanted to point out these really interesting flowers here. It's going to take some further research. I don't know what they are, but they're on occasion near the summit. I spotted them. The plant looks, I don't know, it's a little bit like an azalea, but not. I don't think so. But I'm going to take a picture. I don't have any cell figure, so I can't use my app to try and figure it out, but maybe if I take a picture I can do it later. I'll do that. See ya. Squall on the summit to our right. Been hit with a bit of rain here and there. It's just extremely windy and cool up here. So we gotta stop and have lunch at some point. Oh look, here's that flower. Yeah, nice. You know what they say about the plant, the fauna at the high elevations often grows no other place other than the Arctic, because of how cold it is here, and it's an important reminder not to go off trail and step on these precious plants. And many of these plants that look quite small are in fact decades old because of the short growing season and the harsh conditions. But it's always a treat to get up here and to come up here with respect for the plants and the animals, and knowing and respect for the physical risk that presents, and making sure you're prepared. We all have shells, puffy jackets, food, headlights, water, and GPS devices, and of course we get 1,800 miles under our belt, and I've hiked all these mountains since I have a house down the street, so we do take it pretty seriously. But it is, even for late June, kind of shows the challenges of hiking up here in the higher mountains of the White Mountains. But what a beautiful location. Look at that. That rainstorm looks like it's coming our way. Dang. Well, okay, check in later. We just passed the Lonesome Lake Hut, where people were very accommodating. I bought some food. They gave us some more free food. Now we're coming down here to the lake. And this lake has a lot of history. This is a mostly man-made lake. And back in the day when they did a lot of logging here, they'd throw all the logs in, and then they'd break the dam and try and get the logs to float down the mountain. But about 75 years ago, there was so much damage caused up here by logging. There were fires. The Boston air was thick with smoke. And the rivers, including the Charles River, a lot of the mills, before the mills moved south, the mills were in New England. They couldn't operate the mills because they were full of ash and wood and debris from all the fires that were set in the mudslides that were entering the rivers. And that prompted one of our presidents to form a large park up here. And now we have this beautiful view.
This mountain is
That's Lafayette. Yeah.
Lafayette, Lincoln, and Haystack.
Here's the Cannonball. One of them over to the left. Very nice. Hey guys, it's about 3:30. We've done about 15 miles or 15 and a half miles. Another 2 miles to go. Gonna go to Franconia Notch, in particular the Flume Mountain parking lot. It's been a good day. It's been cold all day, unnaturally cold. Maybe in the 40s at the top of the Kinsmans, but we climbed both Kinsmans. They were quite steep, and quite steep going up, and quite perilous going down. And I'd hiked them before, but you know, sometimes I think your memory softens things over time. I didn't realize it was as bad as it was. Maybe I'm just getting old. In any case, day's winding down. And have a nice evening. The wife's going to pick us up. Wife Anna. Beautiful stream that we're passing. And most likely tomorrow we'll take a 0 because it's supposed to start raining tonight. Frankly, it's been spitting rain all day. But it's supposed to start in earnest this afternoon, right around now. And I don't mind climbing up a mountain, the Franconia Ridge in the rain. Going down the Franconia Ridge in the rain is quite perilous. And so we may just take a rest day, a 0 tomorrow, but we won't know for sure for a little bit until we all get back home and take a look at the radar. And we'll go from there. Talk to you soon. Good morning. Day 120. I'm here in North Woodstock, New Hampshire. Occupy the Woodstock Inn and Brewery, which is really good for beer and food. Walking my dogs. It's about 6:30 in the morning. And I'm going to take a 0 today. It's been a lot of rain overnight. And need to spend some time to relax. So we're gonna spend some time at the house. Some of us have to do big resupplies. Milo's shoes are destroyed. We've got to find him another pair of shoes. And yeah, we're gonna just do chores and relaxation today. So I'm out walking my dogs, and I have to pull them out of people's flowers because Noosh would go in and eat them. But things are good, and rest up today, and then hit the trail first thing on Monday morning after the threat of rain is gone. Talk to you later.